Welcome to Madrid Pulse, your go-to source for the latest news, events, and everything happening in the heart of Spain. Real Madrid midfielder continues to lose his way amid poor performances. Eduardo Camavinga's concerning form this season has been well documented. But what seemed like a minor blip earlier in the season has turned into a proper cause for concern for Real Madrid. Camavinga's shortcomings were particularly visible in his recent performance against Arsenal. Although he was under immense pressure and had very little support, he was still far from his usual best. As such, the French international has gone from a key piece in Ancelotti's rotation to a player battling his own inconsistency. A recent report from AS has given comprehensive insight into Camavinga's season so far and how he has struggled to perform, especially since the turn of the year. It all began with the Supercopa final in January, where his clumsy penalty on Gavi handed Barcelona a crucial advantage. Against Arsenal at the Emirates, things hit a new low. He committed an unnecessary foul on Thomas Partey in a dangerous area, which led to Declan Rice scoring Arsenal's second goal in a crushing 3-0 defeat. Later, Camavinga capped off the night with a red card born of pure frustration and will, therefore, miss the second leg. This wasn't the first time this season Camavinga's decision-making has cost Madrid. From diving in unnecessarily on Julian Alvarez in the first Euro derby to letting his nerves show in tight La Liga matches, the young midfielder has looked like a shadow of his former self. Time is not on Camavinga's side. With Dani Ceballos close to returning from injury, the competition for midfield spots is about to intensify. If Camavinga wants to stay relevant in Ancelotti's plans, he will need to sharpen his focus, cut down on errors, and regain his confidence quickly. More importantly, his long-term future at the club may be on the line. He's already been linked with a potential exit more than once this season, and if performances don't improve soon, those rumors could gain serious traction in the coming summer. Real Madrid midfielder makes almost impossible recovery in time to face Arsenal. Dani Ceballos' unexpected recovery could offer Carlo Ancelotti a timely midfield boost ahead of Real Madrid's uphill second leg against Arsenal. Just days ago, Real Madrid had all but ruled Dani Ceballos out of Wednesday's Champions League quarter-final at the Santiago Bernabeu, with internal sources describing his return as almost impossible. Now, not only has he returned to full training, he will undergo a final assessment today that could see him back in the squad. The news reflects a sharp turnaround in Ceballos' recovery from a significant injury sustained during the first leg of the Copa del Rey semi-final against Real Sociedad. Suffering a hamstring problem in his left leg, he was initially expected to be out for 7 to 8 weeks. Thursday marked exactly 5 weeks since the injury, and yet Ceballos has already completed multiple training sessions with the group. As reported by Marca, Ceballos completed the session with the group and today passes a definitive test to see if he can travel to Vitoria for the league match against Alaves. Depending on how he feels, Ancelotti and his staff will decide whether to include him in the squad or keep him for Arsenal. At the time of his injury, Marca report that Ceballos had quietly become central to Madrid's midfield dynamics. His positioning between the backline and Ancelotti's preferred attacking quartet gave the team its structural glue, a role that had grown more prominent in the weeks leading up to his absence. His loss, they write, was a clear setback. Now his return, should it be confirmed, would come when Madrid are without Eduardo Camavinga, suspended, while there are doubts over Federico Valverde's availability after he finished the first leg in visible discomfort. There is no guarantee Ceballos will start, but the mere fact that he is in contention is a significant development for Madrid, who must overturn a 3-0 deficit against an Arsenal side that is tactically disciplined and physically imposing. Even a late cameo could matter against a club where Ceballos spent 2 underwhelming seasons. Ancelotti has leaned on the former Arsenal loanee in high-pressure moments before, trusting his ability to control the pace of the game. With Luka Modric, now 39, stretched by the demands of the first leg, and Aurelien Tchouameni only just returning from suspension, Ceballos could get the nod, although it seems more likely he will be used from the bench. Whether Ceballos plays on Sunday against Alaves or is kept back for Wednesday, the fact that he's now in contention is a boost for Madrid.